Good morning, guys. Today we have a lot of work to do. Blackhawk is gonna get that countertop all sanded, stained, polished up. I'm gonna take care of the cabinetry today, take off all the drawer faces, take out all the drawers, get everything sanded and primed, but I don't think I'm gonna make it into paint today. So, I guess it's time to get started.
Searching for something that ain't lost. Have we got it?
So while Blackhawk is finishing up the countertop, I need to get all of these primed. But let's speed up this process a little bit. And just like that, everything is primed. Blackhawk painted the whole garage area for me. Now what are you working on?
Figuring out where we got a diesel heater. I got the major electronics all mounted up nicely. We also have a propane water heater for our outdoor shower that's got to go back here. So just trying to figure out spots where everything's got to go.
Okay.
So this is one of the off-brand diesel heaters you can get off of Amazon. So I'll tell you right now, there's a lot more stuff that came in the box than our S-Bar. Like a T, the thing even has a wireless remote, which is pretty awesome. All the hardware you need, all the hosing, the piping, even a bracket. I had to pay extra for the S-Bar bracket. So what we got is the hole cut out over there. As you can see right there. Just use this as a template. And then what we're gonna do is get this mounted up like so. Get all the hoses on. We'll drop that down in, get it screwed off, wire it up, and then we got to do the ducting. Well guys, the last thing you saw me doing was I was putting the heater together. I was putting the intake and the exhaust pipes on, and then it got really frustrating after that because I thought I had enough clearance because, well, where I drilled the holes was the top of the shock strut right there. So I had yay big. No, so there's some hammering and some really sailor mouth, but we got that installed and then got the heater hose, the air hose going out into the living space. The only thing we haven't done is mounted up the fuel tank, but that's going to be later because the sealed propane box is going to go next to it, and we haven't built that yet. So done the most we can. Done with that. Last thing of the night was getting the countertop installed. After it's been polyed and stained today, turned out pretty good. I like it. Maddie did a great job picking out the stain color. She did a great job picking out the sink and all the finishes. So we got this installed. We also got something pretty cool for mounting the camp stove. That way if you're not cooking, you got a little more countertop space. So these are those push button latches that you see people use on their cabinet doors. All I did was disassemble them and turn them into little holders that go flush away when you're not using them, and then you pop them up and the camp stove actually sits on top of these and locks it into place. So, as well as back here, that is going to house a shutoff valve and a propane hose, because my biggest pet peeve is those little 1-pound bottles. I hate them. And if this is your main cooking source, I do not want to be using those day in and day out. So I made sure that we could get propane from the bottle in the back up front here. And then we had to make a little nice cover to match the rest of the stainless steel because that's what Maddie requested. So, but it's getting late. Maddie's cooking dinner, and I think we're gonna call her a night, clean up. Tomorrow is gonna be a good day of painting and finishing up and a bunch of stuff, but it's coming to a close, guys, and it's been really fun. I enjoyed this one, and it's looking really good for a Chevy Express. See you tomorrow.
It is a chilly one this morning, folks. I can actually see my breath, which is weird, but at least it's not 30 below, so I'll take it. This morning I am painting everything. Everything needs to be painted. All these drawers, my cabinet faces, the bench, the bed, everything has to be painted. That looks so good. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with that dark brown with the white. It looks so good.
Not bad.
What's next?
A little break, and then we get to start cutting all the outlets in and the control panel.
Ooh, fun.
Fun.
Oh, ruined my perfect shot.
Yeah, good enough. It's gotta come off anyways.
Looks good. You like it?
Not too shabby.
The last of our batteries died the other night. So it's actually been a couple days since we worked on the van. We had a chore day, we had to go into town and get the last run of our supplies, hopefully the last. But today we are working on the trim pieces. Would you like to show the people what we're doing?
So what we're doing now is we got the majority of cabinetry and the framing done, and kind of the last big part of covering up what the van is doing this back archway and then doing the couple A, B, and C pillars that are up front. So what we're doing is we're actually using the old plastic parts of the van in some spots. So to contour some of these big angles, we're using that, as well as we'll kind of frame it out with wood. And then we got a really nice marine vinyl that we'll cover everything up with, so it looks good. It's just a lot easier than doing it with wood, and you get kind of a better product. And then back here is the outdoor shower, so we got to figure out some kind of shower rod holding thing, as well as get all that done. So right now I'm just kind of cutting and fitting these into place, and then we'll start cutting some pieces of wood to go on them, and then we'll try and make something beautiful out of this.
all done. A few cuts later, we have a beautiful masterpiece.
Getting there.
That actually took you like 45 minutes. That's a long time.
Hard piece.
But looks good though.
On in the neck.
So this is how we're covering these. We are using a fleece batting and some handy dandy spray adhesive. We're gonna put that on, and then we're gonna put the fabric on. It's not marine vinyl, it's just an outdoor fabric. We wanted marine vinyl, but we did not decide that in time to order it, and it is really expensive in stores. So it's just a nice outdoor patio fabric, which is just as good. Ooh, that's gonna look really nice.
I told you.
That's gonna look really nice. I don't want to be a party pooper or anything. Do you think we could put a USB thing in that one?
No.
No?
Too late for that?
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So our trim pieces have turned out very nice. Very nice looking. We ran out of adhesive though, so these ones are gonna have to wait. A couple other things that we accomplished. I got all the cabinet locks put in and the strut on the bench put in, and Blackhawk plumbed in the little water tanks under the sink. It was pretty small and simple, so we kind of left that out. But now we are working on the shower situation. Over here. Crooked.
How's that?
Close enough. Would you like to tell the people real quick what you're doing?
Oh my god, that's not close enough.
It's always my fault when things are crooked.
So one thing we learned real quick, guys, with Miles, we had an electric water heater, and even though we had a massive battery bank, it was not very efficient at all. It actually would use almost 100 amp hours just to heat the water up. So now knowing that, even if you have 1,000 amp hours of lithium, we'll always push propane water. It's on demand. It takes about 5 seconds to get it. It's unlimited hot water. So the only thing holding you back is the water tank itself, the size of it. So we got this little on-demand water unit, and because this is the low roof van, there's not really a good space to put an indoor shower. So the back doors here are pretty nice, because if you string up a nice shower curtain, you got this out here, you have a really big 6-foot shower. So we're just getting this mounted to the back door right now, and then we got to build the propane box and do all that for housing the tank. And once we get that done, maybe we'll get some water ran to it today.
Cool. Okay, so the last thing you guys saw was me building this fancy dancy, tightly sealed propane box. We are finishing the propane hookups this morning. Would you like to tell the people the plan?
So, one thing I hate doing is, even when we're camping in the Jeep, is messing with the little 1-pound propane bottles. So So what we're doing right now is we got the propane box that Maddie beautifully painted. See that? Shout out how good of a painter you are.
Yeah, thanks.
So what we're gonna do is we gotta run a gas line from there to the water heater on the back door, as well as we're going to run a valve and hose that's got a 1 pound propane bottle connection on the end. That way when you're cooking on the inside, you can open up a little door on the countertop. You got your shut off valve, you pull the hose out, connect it to the stove. No messing around with bottles. So right now I'm using some pipe dope and we're getting all the fittings sealed up, and then we're gonna start running things.
Pipe dope?
Pipe dope.
What?
Well, it's pipe thread sealant, but if you're in the trades, pipe dope.
Pipe dope. Alrighty then.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic.
Okay, propane is done. Now we're hooking up the, oh what? Almost? That was hot.
Did you get that on film? Ew.
Not really, kind of.
Okay.
Just the sound.
So we got majority of the propane done. We just need a couple more fittings, silicone the hoses into the box. Box is vented, all that good stuff. Now what we're gonna do is we gotta mount, this is the fuel tank for the heater. We gotta run the line, get the heater all situated. One oopsie I did was I was holding it like this, and I'm like, why did they form the tank backwards so I don't have a mounting place for my screws? But then I figured if you just flip it around, life gets a lot easier. Don't tell anybody.
The whole world is gonna know now.
Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And
Well guys, it's been a couple hours. We were back in finishing up all the electrical. That was just a bunch of putting lugs on, screwing stuff down. So we got power, we got lights, we got solar power to charge the drill battery finally, so we don't have to turn the generator on. But power is pretty much done.
Well guys, that is the end of this one. Be sure and stay tuned for the final episode of the van build and the tour coming right after that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything, comment something nice, and we'll see you on the next one.
We're getting pretty close. We got some sewing, some seamstress. Cut that out, please. I don't even know what I'm saying. The